afternoon. Have you got your vaccine passport? Since 2019? That's quite unbelievable, right? We've suffered from all of this for 2 years. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected all walks of life, with tourism severely influenced as a result of rigorous restrictions. Therefore, with Pfizer, Johnson, and other pharmaceutical companies develop COVID vaccines, countries began to put forward the concept of vaccine passport. It not only makes global tourism unsealing, but also to return people to their previous normal lives. Although it looks perfect, vaccine passport encountered ethical challenges. With concerns about human rights, users would worry about whether it will weaken the freedom of some people who aren't vaccinated for various reasons. As mentioned above, apparently, we still need to have some reservations about introducing vaccine passports. Here are some points.
For starters, the main advantage of the vaccine passport is that it assists quarantine officers in identifying whether the tourists are vaccinated or not. It's quite convenient, so it can improve the willingness to travel, stimulate the economy, and bring benefits to lots of countries. Second, it aims to achieve the goals of increasing the vaccination rates, which represents how soon we are able to get rid of the catastrophe. Most important of all, it helps us return to normal life. In brief, those having vaccine passports won't be restricted and the economy recovery will be accomplished.
Even though vaccine passport is an easy way to prove their health status before entering a crowded or enclosed environment, in order to potentially reduce the risk of virus being spread. Nevertheless, it violates the human rights, which is the priority when formulating any policy. First of all, getting vaccinated is not a mandatory move, but optional, since everyone has their own freedom of choice in being vaccinated. Next, people will directly lose their access of entry. And just because someone discovered that, oops, you haven't got shot? Oh, poor you. So, this in turn violates the freedom of movement. Correspondingly, non-vaccinated human beings will be enforced to be deprived of their outdoor activities. However, that is absolutely where the shortages of human rights violations.
Another factor that made the certification unreasonable is that the authorities didn't take poverty into account. Please draw attention to the slide. According to the New York Times, about 74% of shops which have gone into ours worldwide have been administered in high or upper middle income countries. Meanwhile, only 0.9% of doses have been administered in low-income countries. So obviously, the major reason for the human rights infringement is inequality. The convenience brought by the passport targets professional class, but leaves those volatile nations behind. As far as we know, there is little precedent for the society-wide restriction. And by limiting services to the people with the proper paperwork, government would effectively mandate vaccination to use them. So, as a result, the calling of the passport is a protection itself, not a restriction. Thank you.